You sit down for the first day of a notoriously difficult class. A heavy textbook and dense syllabus packet drop onto your desk. Your immediate instinct is survival. You flip through the pages, looking for the grading rubric, calculating exactly what's required to secure an A. In academic circles, this process has a formal name: needs analysis. It is the technical method of establishing the how and the what of a course's demands. This analysis is split in two. First, present situation analysis, an audit of your starting point, current skills, and background knowledge. Second, target situation analysis. This identifies the endpoint, the future roles and objective demands the institution expects you to meet. Needs analysis works as a mapping tool. It calculates the precise gap you must cross to meet the course's requirements. There is a hidden flaw in this baseline approach. By focusing entirely on what you lack, needs analysis assumes the classroom itself is a perfectly neutral, flawless system. Some educators call this political quietism. This framework trains you to view institutional demands as inevitable, encouraging you to unquestioningly accommodate the syllabus. If a syllabus is rushed or poorly designed, trying to contort yourself to fit its parameters is an act of submission rather than a sign of effective learning. When the structure of the course is the actual barrier to your progress, adapting to those demands is a trap, not a solution. Researcher Sarah Benish tested this theory in a 1999 study focused on critical English for academic purposes. The study followed 45 immigrant students enrolled in a college psychology course. They were struggling to keep up with the overwhelming speed and density of the professor's lectures. A traditional needs analysis would diagnose this as a lack of student skill. The remedy would be to drill the students until they could listen faster and take better notes. This diagnosis blames the student for failing to keep up. It forces compliance while ignoring the environmental reality of the lecture hall. The root problem in that lecture hall was not a lack of student ability. The actual barrier was the unilateral authority of the professor's pacing. Benish countered this with a different framework called rights analysis. This requires a shift in perspective. Instead of asking how you can change to fit the classroom, rights analysis asks if the classroom can change to fit you. It asks who is setting the goals, whose interests are being served by the current rules, and whether those rules should be challenged. The students in Benish's study put this into practice. They didn't just study harder in silence. They negotiated with the professor and asked questions that disrupted the top-down flow of information. This constant questioning successfully slowed the professor down, altering the delivery of the curriculum to better suit the students in the room. By applying rights analysis, the classroom becomes a site of active negotiation, where the terms of learning are open to discussion between the teacher and the students. Needs analysis remains a vital tool. It provides the baseline direction you need to understand an institution's expectations. But rights analysis is the necessary engine for change. It provides the mechanism to push back against a system that isn't working. Without needs analysis, you lack a roadmap to graduate. But without rights analysis, you are a passive subject. Empowerment in the classroom requires balancing the pragmatic reality of the institution with the critical power of the student. Higher education provides an opportunity to develop an independent perspective on a subject. This process involves achieving personal autonomy and discovering a voice capable of challenging existing assumptions. The next time you sit down in a new class, shift your mindset. Don't just analyze what you need to survive the syllabus. Actively analyze your rights within it. Talk to your professors. Openly negotiate your learning environment. Ask why the rules are structured the way they are. By engaging with the socio-political reality of the classroom, you take an active role in the construction of your own education.